blows up.
Hey, you! You! Seal this door after I go through it. Nobody gets through. No exceptions. Yes, sir.
I've scanned their system. If you can plant cufflink bombs on the 3 consoles in front of the globe, it should open that door. Stay put, Agent Clank. I'm engaging the agency's teleporter to send you some emergency ammunition.
Someone sabotaged Central Security.
Quickly, get through that door before they figure out what's going on.
Hey, you!
Ratchet, over here. Over here, in the can.
Slim Cognito? What are you doing here?
Seriously? After all the black market merchandise I've sold you, what do you think I'm doing here?
Good point. What do you want?
Ratchet, I'm working to get you out of prison. I knew Slim was there, and this is the only way I could get you a message. I need a passcode to get into the high-stakes room at Le Paradis de Treasure Casino. Please find someone there with the code and transmit it back to me through Slim. Good luck, Ratchet, and hang in there.
I used to play in that game every week. I've got the code you need.
I don't have any bolts to pay you.
There are a lot of criminal types in here who would like to see me expire for selling them shoddy merchandise. Protect me from them, and the code is yours.
The dual lacerators fire bursts of energy that can punch through almost any target.
Password?
Monkey Pickle Pants.
Well, howdy, partner. It's nice to have a new face at the table. And a handsome face at that.
Thank you kindly, miss. So how do y'all play your little game here? Seems a mite simple for my taste, but I will give her a go. What are the stakes?
What do you got?
Here is the deed to my ranching planet. I will put her up against whatever you all have in that crate.
You certainly seem to know what you want. I like that in a robot. We've got a deal.
Alright, let's start this game. The number of primes in our name serializations is odd, so we pass to the left. And reveal.
Just fold.
Here comes the trivia round.
I hate this part. Can't they just keep score? Why does it have to be electric shocks?
What are the native fungi of Taboron 3, and what element does it use to oxidize its spiroforms?
Broccoli? Magnesium?
Incorrect. Incorrect. What is the terminal velocity of a tyrannoid that's been shaved and dipped in a chilled mixture of white wine and ranch dip?
45 meters per second, assuming store-bought ranch.
Correct. Solve these differential equations. Incorrect. What company holidays does Thugs for Less Limited Liability Corporation Incorporated recognize?
The solstice?
Incorrect.
The CEO's birthday, and every third Labor Day.
Correct. What is the number of stars in the Kuiper Belt multiplied by the number of post-plasma states of matter?
210,454.
Incorrect.
Something's wrong. Agent Clank should be winning, but something is still setting off those traps. Get underneath the table without anyone seeing you, and find out what's happening down there.
Another trivia round, starting now.
How many zonks can a bonk zonk bonk if a bonk zonk could bonk zonks?
Could you say that again?
Life went fast.
3.
Correct. How many Gadgetron vendors can fit inside a phone booth, assuming the vendors are compressed into cubes and the phone booth stands on the surface of the sun?
5.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Solve these heat flow diagrams. Incorrect. What important galactic court case clearly defined the scope of robot armament freedoms?
Killbot Flamemaster 9000 versus the Marshmallow Planet Board of Education.
Correct. What color of drapes do you think matches furniture of this color?
I will go with whatever you decide.
Correct.